Hi, kids! Do you believe that straw can be spun into gold? There was a king who ordered the daughter of a miller to spin 3 rooms full of straw into gold. If she failed, she would die. Who could help the girl do it? And how would she repay him? Let's read the story called Rumpelstiltskin to get the answer. Once upon a time, there was a poor miller who had a beautiful daughter. It happened one day that the miller came to speak with the king. To impress him, he said his daughter could spin straw into gold. The king, who loved gold very much, said to the miller,
"That is an art that I really like. If your daughter is as skillful as you say, then bring her to my palace tomorrow. I'll put her to the test." "Your Highness, my daughter is very beautiful."
"My daughter is very skillful."
"Not only is my daughter beautiful, but she is also very talented. She can spin straw into gold." "Really? Bring your daughter to my palace tomorrow, and I'll put her to the test."
When the girl was brought to him, the king immediately took her to a room full of straw. Giving her a spinning wheel and a reel, he said, "If by morning you haven't spun this straw into gold, you must die." Then he shut the door and locked the girl alone inside the room. The girl sat there. She had no idea how to spin straw into gold. She grew more and more frightened, and finally began to weep. Suddenly, a little man appeared. He said he would spin the straw into gold for the girl in return for her necklace. She agreed, so he started to spin. The wheel went only 3 times, and the reel was full. Then he put another one on, and whir, 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 3 times went, and the second one was full. He repeated this process until morning, when all the straw was spun and all the reels were full of gold.
"What will you give me if I spin this straw into gold for you?"
"I'll give you my necklace." Wow! Awesome! At sunrise, the king came. When he saw the room filled with gold, he was very surprised and happy. But his heart became even greedier for gold. The king took the girl to an even larger room, which was filled to the ceiling with straw. Then he ordered her to spin it all in one night, if she valued her life. The girl didn't know what to do, and she cried. The little man appeared again and said, "What will you give me if I do it for you?" She replied, "I'll give you the ring from my finger." The little man took the ring and began to turn the wheel. By the next morning, all the straw was spun into glistening gold. "Your Majesty, I've done it already."
"Gold! Gold! Amazing! Well done!" "That amount of gold isn't enough. I'll order her to spin more straw into gold."
Entering the room, the king was even more amazed to see so much gold before him. He said to himself,
"Although she is just the daughter of a miller, I am not likely to find anyone richer in the whole world."
The king then took the girl to a still larger room full of straw and said,
"Tonight you must spin this straw into gold. If you succeed, you'll be my wife. If you fail, you must die."
As soon as the king left, the little man appeared again, but this time the girl had nothing to give him.
Then promise me to give me your first child if you become queen, the man said.
Who knows what will happen, thought the girl. Not knowing what else to do, she promised the little man what he demanded. In return, the little man once again spun the straw into gold. I have nothing left to give you.
Promise to give me your first child if you become queen.
Yes. In the morning, when the king came, he was happy to see the room was filled with mounds of brilliant gold. He married the girl immediately, and the miller's daughter became queen. 1 year later, the queen gave birth to a cute child, and she thought no more about the little man. Suddenly, the man appeared and said,
Now give me what you promised, my queen.
The queen was terrified. She kneeled down and offered him all the wealth of the kingdom if he left the child. But the man said,
No, something living is dearer to me than all the treasures of the world.
Then the queen began lamenting and crying so much that the little man took pity on her and said,
I'll give you 3 days' time. If by then you know my name, then you can keep your child. Now give me your child as you promised, my queen.
Please let me keep my baby. I'll give you all the riches of my kingdom.
To me, all the treasures of the world aren't as important as the child. But if you can know my name in 3 days' time, you'll keep your baby.
The queen spent the whole night thinking of all the names that she had ever heard. She even sent a messenger over the kingdom to scour for more names. On the first 2 days, the queen gave the little man a list of very strange names, such as roast ribs, sheep shanks, and spindle shanks. But the man said,
No, that is not my name.
On the 3rd day, the messenger came back and said, I haven't found any new names, but as I came to a high mountain, I saw a strange house in which a little man was dancing and prancing around a large fire. The man hopped on one leg and cried, Today I bake, tomorrow I brew. The day after that, the queen's child comes in, and oh, I am glad that nobody knew that the name I am called is Rumpelstiltskin. Tomorrow I'll have the queen's child, because no one knows that my name is Rumpelstiltskin. The queen was very glad to hear that name. At that moment, the little man appeared. The queen pretended that she didn't know his name, giving him some wrong names at first. Perhaps your name is Rumpelstiltskin? The queen then said.
The devil told you that! The devil told you that!
Shouted the little man. In his anger, the little man stomped his foot so hard that his body went into the ground and he vanished. From then on, the little man never appeared again. The queen was so delighted. She hugged her baby and lived with her family happily ever after. Is your name Coots or Heinz?
No.
Is your name perhaps Rumpelstiltskin?
Impossible! The devil told you that! Yeah!
We're safe now. Kids, the daughter of the miller beat the little man and enjoyed a happy life. There are many new and exciting things around you, so you should study hard to enrich your knowledge. And always remember that nothing is more important than love between family members. Goodbye, and see you again soon.